Hello student. Today's topic is network access layer. The function carried out by this layer is encapsulation of the IP datagram into the frames transmitted by the network and the mapping of IP addresses into the physical address. Network access layer is a last layer, bottom layer of the TCP/IP, and it converts the IP address into the physical address. This protocol used by this layer are Ethernet, token ring, X25, X.25 frame relay. These are the protocol used in the network access layer. The IP datagram structure is also used for this one. In that one there is a 5. There are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are the rows where 32 bits data is used to be used, and last one is the optional one which is consist of the MSL data. Above 5 is used for the header format. In this one 32 bits here used for the 4 bit is used for version means IPv4 or IPv6 version is to be used. After that 4 bits is to be used for the header length. Then 8 to 15 is used for DSCP. What is DSCP? DSCP is nothing but different service code point. In this there are 8 bits. Among this 8 bit, first 3 is the priority bit. So starting 2 raised, so there is a 3 bits, that is 2 raised to 3 means 8 possibilities are to be there from 0000 to 111. Then after this there is a delay means if the data can be delayed after some time, so we can write at 0, otherwise write it 1 here. T is throughput means rate of transmission, means rate of transmission is required high, so T is 1, otherwise T is 0. R is reliability, it is required reliability, so write 1 is there, otherwise 0. C is for cost is nothing but the shortest path. If the shortest path taken by the data, write as 1, C is equal to 1, otherwise 0, or O is the optional bit. These are the 8 bit is used for the DS, DSCP and ENC. Then after that there is a 16-bit total. How many? What is the total length of the data? Is nothing. It can be explained with the help of 16 bit. So this is 16 bit. It is 8 bit. Then 4 bit, 4 bit. 8 and 8, 16 plus 30 plus 16 is 32 bits. First row is completed. After that the identification flag and fragmentation offset. This 32 bits is used for the total data will be divided into the segments, and sending from the sender and at the receiver they are collected in order. For this 32 bits are to be used. After that the 32 bits is for the time to live protocol and header checksum. Time to live means when data is sent by the one of the sender, and after some time the sender is a failure, then it is not in the ring, so that the data will be number of times available in the loop. So because of this lost of it lost the data, because um, the sender who sent the data, the sender has a responsibility to erase the data. No, none of the other station can erase the data. So these problems can be explained with the help of 8 bit, that is time to live. Then 8 to 15 are the protocol, which type of protocol we are using in this protocol, in this structure, or when the data is transferred from transmitter to receiver. After 16 to 31 is a header checksum. Header checksum will give us the error correction in the data forwarding. Then 32 bits, after that 32 bits is used for the sender address, 32 bits is also used for the destination address. After that 32 bits is for the optional one. Okay. Then port address, as device has a IP address, means uh, 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255 are the minimum to maximum IP addresses of the devices. For each of the devices, one IP address is there. Is a devices uses a number of services. To identify which service is used in the devices, that can be explained with the help of IP addresses. The IP, sorry, that is can be explained with the help of port addressing. So IP address is the address of the system in the network. Port is the address of the service within the system. So IP address plus port address define the particular service of the particular system. If IP address is used to identify the host or the group of the host in the network, while port number is used for identify the particular services running in the host. Mostly post address is mostly used for the which type of services we are using in the system, that explains the port address. For example, if 80 is written, that is http. Http means when we are using any internet, so whenever we are finding something, we are writing http. So when we are using http means the port services is at number 8080, and likewise telnet is the port addressing for 23. So we are using these services, 23 number services. Okay, so there are one devices there is a one device can handle the number of services. So for this, which services currently running, that can be explained with the help of port addressing. So port address is the maximum number is 65536 number. Then there are some examples of the port address, that is electronics mail for sending and for receiving, that is smtp is for sending, sending protocol is used for pop3 is used for the receiving the mail. So 25 port number is used for the sending the mail, whereas 110 is a port address used for the receiving the mail. Then telnet is used for the 23 number. Then http is used for 80 number. ftp is used for 21 number. These are the some numbers which explains which type of services used for the which type of protocol. Then adaptation of the TCP windowing. Windowing is a mechanism to control flow of data to prevent so much data to be sent. TCP use mechanism like the sequence number and the message are in windowing. The windowing is the maximum amount of data that can be sent before the acknowledgement will receive. Means what? Suppose a teacher taught the subject in the class, and same speed the students can use for the writing the content. So it never be possible because the taught speed is very high as compared to the writing speed. So some of the data, not many, some lot of data will be missed. So why this is because of there is a difference between the two things, that is a speech and the writing speed are of lot many differences there. So these problems may be occur, that when we are using the two systems, sender and the receiver, they may have the different configuration. So those all the configuration will be different, so that there may be a congestion, there may be some problems will be occurring. So even though the different specification of the devices are to be used for the sender to receiver, so that the flow control should not be happen, so that the adaptation TCP windowing is this mechanism is used. What is the adaptation of the TCP windowing? Suppose a two system having two different configuration. Suppose one is a very fast and one is a very slow. So, and we are transferring the data from sender to receiver. Then first of all, TCP connection is to be established between the two devices. After that, the receiver send the window size to the transmitter. Means transmitter will send depends upon the window size. That is, window size is 2, means a sender can send two segments of the data for sending the data. So it write the number 1 and 2, and that will be received at the receiver. Then receiver will send the acknowledgement for 3, means it tells the sender that 1 and 2 is already received, and now send for the third segment. So windowing means window size is 2, means sender again be send the two data, that is 3 and 4, and after that the receiver will acknowledge by writing acknowledgement is equal to 5. Okay, that is called, so that the data flow between the devices will be maintained. And this adaptation of the window, this adaptation window can have a dynamic also, means that first of all, to match the speed, while making the TCP/IP connection, receiver will send the window size 1. That means sender will send only one segment of the data. After that, sender acknowledgement is given for the 2, and sender window size is 2, means send a second data with the windowing size 2, means 2 and 3, two data will be sending from the sender to receiver. After receiving the data, PC2 can acknowledgement for the fourth one with the variable size. Suppose here the 4 window size is 4, means sending after receiving the acknowledgement, sender should be sent a 4 data. That is a windowing size is a 4. That is nothing but the window. So it is a dynamic windowing size. Okay, windowing size can be changed and it is a dynamical. So with the help of adaptation of the window, I started with the slow windowing. We can reaches to the maximum, so that how many data can be received at the receiver, so that there is no a conjunction occur. So that is the adaptation of the TCP window. Thank you very much.